In this video, we will give a brief overview of SPARQL. Let's get started. SPARQL is a SQL-like query language for RDF data. SPARQL queries can produce result sets that are tabular or RDF graphs depending on the kind of query used. The SPARQL select is similar to the SQL select in that it produces tabular result sets. The SPARQL construct creates a new RDF graph based on query results. The ask query returns yes or no, depending on whether the query has a solution. Describe returns the RDF graph data about a resource. This is, of course, useful when the query client doesn't know the structure of the RDF data in the data source. Insert adds triples to a graph. And delete removes triples from a graph. How to use SPARQL to insert triples? To create an RDF graph, perform these steps. Define prefixes to IRIs with the prefix keyword. Use insert data to signify you want to insert statements. Write the subject, predicate, object statements. Execute this query. How to use SPARQL to select triples? To access the RDF graph you just created, perform these steps. Define prefixes to IRIs with the prefix keyword. Use select to signify you want to select certain information and where to signify your conditions, restrictions, and filters. Execute this query. Now use SPARQL to find Fred's grandchildren. To find Fred's grandchildren, first find out if Fred has any grandchildren. Define prefixes to IRIs with the prefix keyword. Use ask to discover whether Fred has a grandchild and where to signify your conditions. Now that we know Fred has at least one grandchild, how do we find who is Fred's grandchildren and what are their names? This question is easily answered by using the same query from the previous slide and replacing the ask statement with a select statement. First, define prefixes to IRIs with the prefix keyword. Then, we use select to signify that we want to select a grandchild and where to signify our conditions. The query results, reflected in the red box, tell us that Fred's grandchildren are Roxy and Chip.